Hi, my name is Silva. Today I will be showing you an Armenian tahini bread recipe, a traditional one, over 100-year-old recipe, passed down to my mom from her aunt, from Talas, Gesaria. So first thing, we will put the flour, we'll put the flour into the mixing bowl. It's 4 cups of flour here. And then the salt, which is 1 teaspoon salt. And give this a little stir. And then here we have a 1/4 cup of water with 2 1/4 teaspoon yeast and 1 teaspoon sugar, which we will mix together to activate the yeast. Give a little stir. And let this sit for about 5 minutes. Okay, in the meantime, I have here melted butter and some warm milk. So this recipe calls for 1 cup of butter, 1 cup milk, and 80 ml, which is 1/3 of a cup olive oil. So we will mix that in to the dough. Okay, at this point we can put the yeast in. And then we'll add the eggs slowly. And now we will change the blade to the dough hook. This is just to mix everything together first, and then we need to knead the dough. And since we have the machine, we're not doing it by hand. Just bring everything together. So we'll do this for about 10 minutes. At medium speed. Okay, so we will butter or oil the bowl so it doesn't stick when the dough goes in here. Which is about now. It's a little bit sticky, but which is fine. Okay, so our dough is ready. We will saran wrap it.
Why are you wrapping it in?
Covering it to keep it warm. And then I will have another cover. So I will put this away for about 1 hour to 2 hours to double in size. So in the meantime, we will make the filling, which calls for 1 cup of tahini, Almost. There we go. And 3/4 of a cup sugar. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then 1/4 cup of olive oil. And a teaspoon of cinnamon, which is optional. And we give it a little stir. Okay, so our filling is ready. We'll put this. Okay, so we'll put this aside. So now I will bring the dough that has been waiting for us. Perfect. It's actually doubled in size, and I can see the holes all over the place, and it's perfect. Okay, so what we do now is we will bring this on a floured surface. It's a nice soft dough. So I'm gonna need a little bit more flour to work with. So we will divide this now into 6. So 3. Okay, so we're gonna work with 1, but we have to cover the rest of the dough. Okay. Okay. We'll start rolling to make a large round circle. We roll this to a thin circle. This is actually my mom's recipe, but I never made it while she was alive. So
does she have an old recipe book?
She does. It's originated from her end, from Talas, Gesaria. Talas is a district of Gesaria, Kayseri, in Turkey. It has a very important history, actually, regarding the Armenians there. Okay, so now that we have this all done, we're going to get the mixture. And then we will spread this. The dough is very delicate, so we have to be gentle. And then we make a hole in the middle, and then roll it towards the outer edges. This is one way of doing it. And if it comes out a little bit, it's okay. And then we divide this into 2. And stretch it. As much as we can. And then twist it to give it a flakier texture when it's all done. And then we make a coil like a snail shape tuck that in. Flatten it a little bit. This is one. It's okay if it breaks apart and you can put it together, because if you want it a little bit more doughy, you can leave it at this. And if you want it a little bit crispier, then roll it out a little bit longer. So this gives me about 12 at the end. So I will make 2 more. And then we can put this in a tray. It needs to rest for another 30 to 45 minutes.
And what's your story?
My story?
Yeah, your story.
What story?
Where were you born?
I was born in Istanbul, Turkey, and came to Canada when I was 13 years old with my family, and then met my love here. This doesn't have to be a perfect round since it's going to be wrapped around in a coil. Okay. Oh, there it is. Some people just put the tahini and then sprinkle the sugar on top. I mixed everything together. Okay, so now we will turn the oven to 350. So we will let this sit for 30 minutes to 45 minutes, covered with a plastic wrap. And then we will brush it with molasses and egg yolk just before we put it in the oven. So for the topping, we will use molasses and 1 egg yolk. Separate the egg white. Just gonna get my brush, sorry. Mix the egg. Use a tablespoon of molasses. And give it a nice mix.
And you're going to use this for...
And I'm going to brush the top of the tahini bread now. And then here's our sesame seeds that are toasted. So here's our first batch. Brush it over. We do this last minute so that the dough rises a little bit more. And this will bake for 15 to 20 minutes. If you don't like the sesame seeds on top, you can just bake without it. Okay, and it goes in the oven. Okay, so this is now baked for 20 minutes at 350. I will remove it so that it'll cool down. There you go. I hope you enjoy eating this with your tea or coffee or alone.
How does it taste, Levonamo?
Tahini bread and the coffee.
Levonamo approved.
Welcome to Learn the Dish.
My name is Miran.
My name is Ani.
My name is Sean.
The best way to get to know a people is through their food.
Today I'm going to show you how to make tabbouleh.
I'm going to show you how to make mantı.
One of our specialties here is Armenian coffee.
We're building a community to share the traditional dishes just like your grandma used to make.
Everybody would come and ask me for mantı.
Always super proud to serve here.
Come with us. Share your recipes too. And maybe learn the dish.
Enjoy.